Hello, and welcome to the Free Apps and Tools Every Small Business Should Know seminar. Today, we're going to be talking about some really helpful tools and apps to help you in your small business. My name is Lindsey Servin, and I am the program manager for the Center for Business Development at Seminole State College. I am also a small business owner. I own Servin Creative. I am a professional copywriter and marketing strategist dedicated to women-owned businesses. So as a fellow small business owner, I know what it's like to try to do all of the things in your business yourself. And often when you're just starting out, you're wearing all of the hats. You are the CEO, the CFO, the marketing officer, the HR person, the business development person. And the very first step and most important step when you have a business and you're starting a business is to make sure that you get organized. And I have found some incredible tools that have helped me manage, and also that I have recommended to clients to help with all of the areas in their business so that they can continue to grow and be successful. So as I mentioned, the first and most important step, I think, is to get organized. So I'm going to share with you some apps and some tools that I have found to be incredibly helpful when getting organized in your business. We'll talk about Trello, Teamwork, Evernote, Slack, and Formville. So the very first one that I want to talk about is Trello. Trello is a project management software that is great for a solo entrepreneur or someone who has a team and needs to stay organized and hold their team accountable. It's wonderful for task management, project management. You can store documents, and it has messaging capabilities to keep everybody in the loop. I use the free version, but there are a lot of additional features you can purchase. And the wonderful thing is that it does integrate with additional apps. I love the fact that it merges with my Google Calendar so that I can stay on top of all of my deadlines. I love that it's cloud-based storage, so you don't have to worry about any of your information getting lost. And both the desktop and mobile version are super user-friendly. I'm going to hop out of the presentation so that you can see the Trello board that I use as an example. So Trello works with boards, and I'll go to the home screen so you can see what it looks like. I have several boards, and I use this for project management, and I use this to keep track of my clients and everyday to-do lists. So you can see some of my boards here. I'm going to go to the sample board that I've created for this presentation so that you can see what it looks like. Each one of these is a deck of cards that you can use either for to-do lists, or this one has current projects, and each one of these is called a card. You open the card and you can change the cover, you can add a deadline, you can write a description, you can invite people on your team to use the card to keep track of this project, and you can add a checklist. So if this is a project that you're working on and there are several different tasks that go into this project, you can assign these to different people, you can set deadlines for these, and then when you're done, you can archive the card, or you can make it a template if it's a reoccurring project. I absolutely love this. It's completely customizable, and it is wonderful that it does merge with your Google Calendar if you use it, or additional apps that you use. I have found Trello to be extremely helpful in managing my business, my personal life, and all of the things that are on my to-do list all the time. So I absolutely love Trello. So I would highly recommend checking it out. And like I said, I use the free version. I haven't found a need to use the paid version just yet. It kind of just adds more bells and whistles. So I would highly recommend checking that out. So the next one that I want to talk about is called Teamwork. And Teamwork is another project management software that I use, also great for the individual or the team, and to help you stay organized and accountable. What I love about Teamwork is they have a time tracking feature where you can keep track of hours that you're working on a project or an assignment, and you can assign those hours to be billable or not billable. So it's really helpful, especially if you have independent contractors that you're working with or freelancers that you hire. And like I said, I use the free version, which limits you to 2 projects, which is one advantage it does have over that Trello has over Teamwork is Trello is unlimited, whereas Teamwork is only 2. I haven't found a need to have additional projects, but you may, and it's not expensive. I also love that it is desktop and mobile friendly, and it's cloud-based, so you won't have to worry about losing any of your information. You can also message within this app, and you can use all kinds of additional features. There's a lot of bells and whistles, and I'll actually hop out of here so that you can see what Teamwork looks like. I use Teamwork for the 2 different areas of my business, and I assign them as projects. But what I love about Teamwork is the calendar feature. You can see all of your deadlines, your tasks on the calendar, and you can also track your hours for that. So it's really helpful to stay organized. So I have 2 projects here. I have my calendar, and you can print out task lists. So if you're somebody who likes to use checklists, you want to use paper or print them out, I really like that. So we'll hop into one of my projects so that you can kind of see what that looks like. You can see the different task lists that are assigned to this. I just created a sample, different task lists that have time stamps to it. You can add files, you can send messages to your team. Notebooks is usually what I use the most. I just use them just like it sounds, just like a notebook. You can save links that you want to keep track of that are important. Billing, as I mentioned before. You can actually create invoices here based on the hours if you use billable hours as a feature. So I really like this as a task management, project management feature or tool, excuse me, but it does have some limitations on the free version, which is why I love Trello. So we'll hop back over to the presentation, but Teamwork, I definitely would recommend you giving it a try and seeing if it's a way to keep you organized in your business. So the next thing that I want to talk about is, we'll wait for it to load. There we go. So Evernote. Evernote is kind of a place that holds all of the things. It is a content organization app. So if you have notes and photos and links and pictures and documents that you want to keep in one place and use over and over, this is the place where you would want to keep all of it. It's like a junk drawer for digital assets or documents, and it can help you manage projects because you can also do task lists and checklists in there. It is free, but you can add all the bells and whistles. I think it's really cheap. It's like $8 for an individual and then $14 for a business. It's also cloud-based, so you don't have to worry about losing anything, and it has both desktop and mobile version. What I love about Evernote is the fact that you have a dumping ground of your pictures, documents, files, videos that you want to keep in one place. This is great if you create a lot of content and you want to have a digital library of all of your content. Maybe you've created some really great digital ads. This would be a wonderful place to keep track of all of that. So I highly recommend checking out Evernote. I use it a lot when I need a place to store all of my content assets. Slack is a fabulous project management tool and collaboration. This is if you have teams and you need to track multiple people working on different projects at a time. You can create projects, channels for teams to manage different tasks. It does have a voice and video call feature, which is amazing, especially right now as we all are working remotely and utilizing the digital space a lot more. There's chat and messaging feature if you just want to send a quick message to check on a project. You can store documents and files here and share across teams, which is really helpful, especially with storage being an issue for some people. And it integrates with apps that you currently use And I think it's mobile friendly on any version, whether that's a Android or Apple. It's also free, but you can add additional features. I think the monthly fee is $8. And then it is both mobile and desktop version. A lot of people will have Slack on their computer and just keep it open and use it as a chat messaging feature to continue the conversation when they're working on a project. And it is cloud-based storage, so you have the security there as well. Formville. So Formville is a form creation site for those of us who still need to utilize paper and don't want to create every document from scratch. This website has thousands of free fillable templates that you can use, everything from applications to inventory logs to progress reports, invoices, receipts. You can download them as electronic documents or create printable versions as well. Now, in order to customize the form, maybe you want to add your logo to it, you can do that, but they will charge you for it. I would caution against using this website for any kind of legal documents. I would defer to your legal counsel on that. I would not recommend using this for contracts or any kind of legal document, but for things such as, applications or invoices, this is a good way to not have to create those documents from scratch on your own. So I would at least give it a try and check it out and see if there are any forms that you could use in your business so that you don't waste time creating those from scratch. So now I talked a little about getting creative. So if you are just starting out in your business, or you are a solopreneur, or you've had your business for a while and you know the importance of marketing, sometimes that means that you create all of your marketing assets on your own. And if you are not a creative person, this can be a challenge, but there are some really neat tools out there that can help you create beautiful marketing assets without being a phenomenal artist or graphic design or marketing expert. So this is one of my favorite these are some of my favorite tools, and I really, really love them, and I think you will see the benefits of them as well. So the first one I want to talk about is Logo Garden. When you're starting a business, one of the first things you want to get is your logo, and people do stress out about whether or not they should hire somebody. Logos can be very expensive, and I just want to say that your first logo does not have to be expensive, and you can always change your logo later. You are never married to your logo, so just remember that. But I really like Logo Garden. It's a free logo design tool. It's super user-friendly, and you get unlimited edits, and you can download the files for free. Now, I caveat that with the files that you can get for free are your PNG or your JPEG. In order to download your EPS or vector files, you will have to purchase those, but they are not expensive. I think my logo was $20. So, and I really like my logo. So I would recommend checking this out before you decide to pay somebody else to do your logo. Play around with it, see if you find something that you like. Maybe you just use this for a temporary logo, but this is a really good starting point to get you a logo. Canva. Canva is one of my favorite tools. When I found Canva, I hit the jackpot. I use this every single day. I use it to design all of my marketing assets. I use it for my personal life. I even use it to design my Christmas card. It is a design website for people who are not designers. You can design anything for digital or print purposes. They give you pre-sized formats, or you can create custom size. If you're familiar with pixel sizing, wonderful, but if not, you don't have to be. You can size things in inches, and it makes the process super, super simple. You can create logos, you can do your social media graphics, you can create posters, flyers, menus, presentations. This whole presentation was made in Canva, and I'm actually presenting it from Canva. And if you don't have an eye for design, or you don't have the time to come up with a beautiful design for your marketing asset, there are thousands of free templates. And you can also use the free version with add-on features for a purchase, or you can pay a monthly subscription to have unlimited features, which is what I use because of the nature of my business. And then you can also get printing directly from Canva. I did this with my Christmas cards. They came out beautiful, and it was super easy and not that expensive. I would highly recommend giving it a shot. And if you're creating something and you want somebody else's input on your design, you can share your design with somebody and they can either edit it or you can lock it so they just have viewing capabilities, which I think is super helpful to get a second pair of eyes on a design without them messing around with it. It has a mobile and desktop version. I would say that the desktop version is way better than the mobile version, but it does exist, and it's cloud-based storage, so all of your designs will live inside of Canva until you delete them, which I have reused marketing assets over and over, so this is really helpful. And you can also sort them into folders so that you know where your designs live. And I'm going to pop out of here so that you can see what Canva looks like. I absolutely love Canva. I could talk about Canva all day. Let me get into Canva. So this is what Canva home looks like, if it loads. And it literally has templates for anything. So once it decides to show up, I'll browse through here. So there's social media, there's different types of posts. You can do magazine cover. You can do flyers, you can do email headers if you're doing marketing campaigns through email. You can even do brochures. I've used this a lot. Posters if you have an event presentation. And then it breaks it down into different types too. So if you are looking for something for marketing purposes, they have all kinds. They have logo, brochure, business cards. I designed my business card in Canva actually. If you want to do gift certificates for your business or coupons for your business or menus if you have a restaurant, there are all kinds. And then you can create custom dimensions. Let's say you don't know what you're looking for and you just want to create a menu. It has that. You can just search that way. Look, it even has pub menu. You can search through that. I absolutely love Canva. And the designs are really beautiful and totally customizable. Everything in here is absolutely customizable. You can change the color, you can change the font, you can add photos. So I really encourage you to get into Canva, play around with it, and use it to create your marketing assets if you don't have a budget to pay somebody to create your marketing assets for you. Canva can absolutely be a lifesaver, and I really enjoy using it. So sometimes when you're creating marketing assets, especially for the digital space, you're going to need photos. And there are a lot of free stock photo places or free stock photo websites out there like Shutterstock. I don't love those. I love Unsplash. It is an unlimited photo library. There are thousands of quality non-stock photographs. They're absolutely beautiful images. They're all by independent photographers. And the wonderful thing about Unsplash is that you can use these photos for commercial or non-commercial purposes, and you don't need to ask the permission or credit the photographer because Unsplash provides you with embedded links if you want to credit them on your site. But the way that they compensate their photographers, you don't need to give them credit if you choose not to. It's totally legal and totally safe. You don't have to worry about anybody coming back to you for using a photo without permission. Wonderful thing about Unsplash is that you can create and save collections or photo albums so that you can come back to the photos that you've liked and reuse them for different purposes. I do this all the time. It has a desktop and a mobile version, and I'm going to hop out here so that you can see how great Unsplash is. You can literally go in the search bar and type in any word that you can think of. It can be, you know, I have red here, and you can see, you know, the beautiful types of photos that come up under red, or you can type in confidence and it'll show you different photos that tagged for confidence. And you can see how amazing some of these photos really are. They're great quality. I know people use this a lot for business photos, and there's just a really good array of photos for any purpose. So you don't have to be stuck with the same stock photos that you see all over the internet when you have such a good variety here on Unsplash. And it's totally free. I have a free account, or you don't even have to have an account to look at these photos. When you download a photo, it'll say, hey, give credit to the artist, say thanks. You can use this embedded link and put it on your website to say, hey, thanks, but you don't need to, which is also great. So we'll hop back into the presentation. I use Unsplash all the time. I highly recommend it to just enhance the look of your marketing assets. I use this for brochures, all of our marketing assets, especially our social media posts. It really just helps you stand out in the graphics and the marketing assets that you are creating. So definitely check out Unsplash. I have it on my phone because I use it all the time. So those are 3 of the creative tools that I absolutely love. But the next thing I want to talk about is social media. I'm not going to do a deep dive into each platform and how and why you should use it, but I definitely think that each one of these has an advantage. And if you're not using at least one of these apps, I highly recommend that you do, because it can really be beneficial to growing your business. So we'll talk about Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram, and Meetup. So Facebook. If you don't have a business page, I highly recommend you do. This is often a great place to start when you don't have a website yet. It's really good for B2C and some B2B marketing, and it's a really powerful way to build your customer base and engage with prospects, especially if you utilize groups. All of my clients for my business have come from Facebook groups. You can share photos, you can share videos, you can create events for your business, and there is a marketplace feature if you're selling things on your business, and you can link directly to purchase to your items or your services, which is super helpful. Now you can advertise for free with posts, or you can pay to boost those to reach more people. I have tried both and I've had success, and there have been some posts that I've boosted that flop, and that really doesn't have to do with the mechanisms of the platform. It really has to do with the quality of your marketing assets. So that goes back to utilizing some of these tools to make your marketing assets beautiful and being strategic about how you market to your audience, but that's another story for another day. You can also see the analytics for your posts and to see kind of where you should spend your marketing budget. So I definitely recommend having some kind of presence on Facebook, especially if you don't have a presence on any other social media platform. And if you also don't have a website just yet, start with a Facebook page. And my advice to you on that is to make sure that when you create your Facebook page, that you fill out every section as complete as you can, and make sure that you have as much information on there as possible, because if this is your only presence on the web for now, you want to make sure that you have a way for your target audience to get all the information that they need from you. So Facebook is a fantastic tool. I highly recommend using the groups feature and joining some groups that your customer base may be a part of, or that can help you connect with people in your industry. So the next one I want to talk about is LinkedIn. Everybody's pretty familiar with LinkedIn. This is kind of the go-to professional platform, but I highly encourage you to create a business page for your business on LinkedIn. It's free, but you can also have additional features on your business page, obviously for a fee, I'm sorry. This is really good for a B2B focus, and there's some B2C, but this is a really great way to build your professional network and gain access to additional contacts. And it also legitimizes your business depending on the industry that you're in, and it helps you build a customer base and engage with prospects. And LinkedIn is really good for lead generation. You can, just like Facebook, share photos, videos, and one amazing feature on here is articles. If you write about your business or you want to educate about your industry, I highly recommend using the articles feature and posting every so often. If you have a blog, this would be a great way to market your blog. You can also advertise for free with posts, and then you can purchase targeted ads as well, similar to Facebook. And then with that comes the analytics so that you can see where to spend your marketing budget and evaluate your network engagement. LinkedIn also has mobile and desktop versions, so it makes it user-friendly as well. Instagram is getting a lot of popularity in the business world, and I get a lot of questions from clients all the time about whether or not they should have an Instagram for their business. I always say, when talking about social media, pick one, get really, really good at it, and then decide if you should add another. Now, the difference between Instagram and Facebook for business is that you have the opportunity to engage a little bit more on Facebook, and you're driving them directly to your website. Now, Instagram is wonderful for brand awareness, and you can create a free business page, but I would say to use it mainly for promotion and brand awareness. You are always trying to drive traffic back to your website. Now, if you don't have a website, I would say stick to Facebook, because your Instagram has nowhere to tell people to go. Instagram is like a vehicle, it's not the destination. But it is a good way to build the customer base and engage with your prospects through creative content. So if you're in a business or an industry that lends itself to more creativity, then Instagram would be a good space for you to be. You can put photos and videos, and videos is a wonderful feature, especially now that they have the IGTV, if you want to engage with your audience by doing informational videos, even promotional videos if you have a sale or a product or an ad that you want to share with your audience. You can advertise for free with your posts, and then you can also pay to boost those posts to reach more people. Again, this is hit or miss depending on the strategy behind your marketing. This is great for building a following and driving traffic to your website, and it integrates with Facebook because Facebook owns Instagram. The mobile version is way better than the desktop because it was originally mobile only. So if you're struggling with the desktop version of Instagram, it is because it was initially a mobile only app. So I highly encourage you to explore Instagram, but only use it if it makes sense for your business. If you don't have a website to drive traffic to, I wouldn't spend so much time investing in an Instagram unless you're in a very creative industry that you want to demonstrate your products, your services in a visually appealing way. Meetup. Right now, because everything is so remote, there has been a great transition to digital meetups and encouraging people to still remain connected and network, but in a digital space. And Meetup is one of my favorite ways to meet clients because people love doing business with people they know. And this is a fantastic way to explore different network opportunities and to build your customer base. So Meetup is a platform that shows all the events in a local area based on different categories of interest or industry. You can use this to meet people, you can take classes and workshops, and you can pursue different interests and hobbies. And the way that this can relate to your business is taking a class or a workshop or going to a meetup based on your hobbies. You're naturally going to be in a space with more people, and the more people you talk to, the more opportunities you have to educate people about your business and spread the word and create brand awareness. Meetup is free to join, You can join unlimited groups. Now, sometimes the meetups will have a fee for their event, but that varies depending on the group. If you want to create your own group and host your own events, then the fee is $14 per month to be a meetup host, but you can do that if that works for your business and you host events. Maybe you want to do educational events like what we do here, then this would be a good option for you. There are a lot of people on Meetup, so it's a wonderful way to reach a broad audience. And both the desktop and mobile version are super user-friendly, so I really, really like Meetup. And if you're struggling to build your business or not sure where your customer base is, I highly encourage you to use Meetup. So those who can't pay those who can. So all of the apps and tools that I recommend, sometimes people don't have the time to do all of these things themselves within their business. And that is where I would really highly encourage you to open up the opportunity of using a freelance worker. I really like Upwork and Fiverr. If you have some tasks that you need to be completed but don't have the time or don't have the employees to do that, use a freelancer. You can pay freelancers to do any task. You can pay them to create your logo or, you know, design your website. Writers are on there, programmers are on there. There's creative professionals, there's different professional services on there. You can literally hire somebody to do anything that you need for your business. And what I love about both Upwork and Fiverr is that the payment methods are protected, so you don't have to worry about giving some person that you don't know on the internet your financial information. And they have upfront pricing and 24/7 support. So you can trust the site, and all of these freelancers are rated so that you can see the reviews, you can see how much work they've done, you can see portfolios of their work, so you kind of know what you're getting before you buy. I highly recommend, if you don't have the bandwidth to accomplish something in your business, looking at using a freelance worker. I have a lot of clients that hire me just for one-off projects as a freelancer, and I really appreciate getting work that way. So I highly encourage you to look into using a freelancer if there is some things in your business that you don't have the time or the knowledge to complete yourself. Which leads me to my next thing. At the Center for Business Development, we are here as a resource for Seminole County businesses, and all of the programs and resources that we offer are free to Seminole County businesses. And we have quite a few programs under our belt. We also house the Small Business Development Center, or the SBDC, for Seminole County. Our business consultant is phenomenal, and she helps businesses of all stages in whatever area they need help. I manage the Foundations of Excellence Business Accelerator program. This is for businesses who've been in business for a couple of years and have about $300,000 in annual revenue and want to take their business to the next level. I manage that program. We also are a business incubator, and we house office space for businesses who are looking for an affordable place to be when they want to take their business outside of their home. We also have the Corporate College and Professional Development Continuing Ed program. That is non-credited courses that we offer, and we are developing the curriculum for that program right now. So definitely check in with us if you are looking for some additional professional development or some continuing education certifications. Definitely reach out to us and let us know that you're looking for some additional training, and we will see if that is within our curriculum. Then we also are the fiscal agent for the Quick Response Training Grant, and if you are a business that is hiring at least 10 people in a year's time, then there may be some state money there for you in the form of a training grant. The state will reimburse you for training those new employees. Now, there's different requirements based on the industry and type of job, but definitely contact us if you are in hiring mode and looking to bring on at least 10 new employees within the next year. You may have also heard that we are launching a women's business center, and we are very excited about that. We are in the planning stages of that, and we will be hosting a launch event. The date will be sometime in the near future, but definitely stay tuned because we're very excited about the Women's Business Center, and we're just so excited to share the different programming that we have in store for you. To keep up to date with everything that's going on with the Center for Business Development, please just follow us on Facebook at CBD at Seminole State. We update our events there. We post really helpful information for businesses, and we would love to include you in our network so that you have access to all of the businesses that we help and enable you to expand your network as well. So thank you so much for joining me today. I hope that you find some of these tools and some of these apps helpful in your business. And if you have any questions or need help in your business, please reach out to us at cbd@seminolestate.edu. We are still currently working remotely, so email is the best form of contact for us right now. You can also check out our website at seminolestate.edu/cbd. You can email me directly. I'm happy to answer any questions you may have or provide additional information and resources. Thank you so much for your time. I hope you enjoyed the presentation. Thank you.